Hey guys, and welcome back to another season of Discovery Gold Making video. In this one, I'm going to be showing you a farm that you won't have barely any competition with. There's no bots here, nothing like that. Before we get into it, I'd like to say a huge thank you to everyone that has gotten a copy of this season of Discovery Gold Guide. However, let's get right into this farm. So what we're going to be farming for is heavy stone. And no, we're not going to be mining for it. We're actually going to be farming it from mobs in Ashenvale. Now these mobs are around level 29 to 30, so you need to be pretty geared, and it does work best on a melee. Obviously a hunter would probably be the very best class to do this with. You will have a lot of resist if you're a caster, as you can see me doing it on the mage, but these mobs have a super high chance to drop heavy stone, 1 to 2 of them. They have a 27% chance to actually drop these, and these sell for a lot of gold. For an example, you can get around 30 silver each on my realm for these. On other realms, it will be different. Some realms a lot more, some realms about the same. However, you're going to need to be pretty geared no matter what class you are. Now, if you're a caster, I'd highly recommend having the BFD raid buff going when you're doing this. This will help you do a bit more damage and make it a bit more viable. But the level 29 ones, you're going to have a lot easier time actually farming the level 29 one, so you could run around this location and just pick out the level 29s. However, if you do have some gear, you will be able to do the level 31s. Now you could do this in a group of 2 people. This would work really good if you had one class that can do a bit of off healing but also some damage, so like a mage with a new healing spec, and then have another class. So like a mage and a hunter would work extremely well. A mage in any melee class would work very well. You have the melee tank the mobs, and you could do damage and then also off heal when needed. But you can do this solo. It is pretty fun to do solo. It's a bit of a challenge because they are level 30. So it does take a bit of skill to actually kill these guys, but it's very, very rewarding. If you get your hands on the heavy stone, they're used in a bunch of the professions at the moment. I believe they make the weapon stones at the moment with the heavy stone, and then also they're used in the what's it called, the Dark Moon Fair, which is going on this week. So the price of the heavy stone will probably go up just because of that. Now if you're on a PvP realm, as you can see, you're going to run into a bit of PvP at this zone. I believe the Paladin and maybe the Shaman quest. I know definitely the Paladin quest is down here. So there will be a few other people running down this location, but there shouldn't be any bots at this area whatsoever. Like a lot of the farms that have been really good in the first few weeks, there's a lot of bots that are doing them farms. So like for example, the WOTLK farm where they're farming for the iridescent pearl, there's a bunch of bots there. There's a bunch of bots at the spider silk farm. But this bot here, bots won't be able to do this properly, and so they will have pretty much no competition when you're doing this farm. As you can see, we just got a heavy stone right then. So you don't actually mine any mining around here, and you don't actually like mine the mobs. You can't even mine mobs in classic. You just pretty much kill the mobs, and they have a 27% chance of dropping 1 to 2 heavy stones, and these heavy stones will sell very, very good up on the auction house. They sell really, really good in season 1 and phase 1, sorry, because they are used for the sharpening stones, and then also the sharpening stones are going to be used in the Dark Moon Fair. So the demand for these heavy stones are going to be very, very high for the next week, even more higher than what they've previously been because of the Dark Moon Fair. However, even after the Dark Moon Fair, they're going to sell for a lot of gold, and they're also going to be in still high demand because they're actually used for a bunch of different things in the game. So shout out to Rushed for letting me know about this farm. And if anyone else has some good ideas for gold farms, let me know down in the comments or on Discord, and I'll be surely to check it out. And also, if you'd like to see any specific sort of videos on how to do something gold related, then also let me know down in the comments what you'd like to see, and I'll be sure to make a video about it. But this was about it for this gold farm. The main thing about this is that you need to be very geared to actually do this, because yes, they are level 29 to 30, and melee classes will have the best time at this farm because you won't get a bunch of resist while you're doing this. And then also, if you are on caster, make sure you have the BFD buff. This will really help out. However, that was it for today's video. If you would like to learn more in depth about making gold in Season of Discovery, you can check out my Season of Discovery Gold Guide, which is the first link down below in the description box. This guide is constantly updated, and in future phases will be updated once again, and if you already own the book, you'll get the updated versions completely for free. However guys, I'll see you in the next one, and take care.